Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am not a DIY plumber because I don't believe you should be touching this if you're not a licensed plumber, but there are some maintenance things you can do on a water heater. So let's change out an anode rod. First off, you have an electric water heater, you're going to plug that. Okay. For me, I have a new build, so thankfully I have a on-off on both my inlet and my outlet. And this is my drain. And I have drained the water heater already. This is what's called a TMP. What this does is a safety device if your water heater was to have a malfunction and it overheats. But in order to drain the water heater, you need to allow air into the system, which then allows your drain to work properly and not become a vacuum. A good thing, key too, is you're gonna have some water drip out. You don't want it to drip into your drain pan because it'll start to create corrosion. So I would put a rag there to catch any small drippings. You'll probably get maybe half a cup of water out of that. So an anode rod is this device right here. And what an anode rod does is it collects minerals and calcium deposits within the water itself, and basically it attracts it to this rod so it doesn't damage your elements inside the water heater if it's an electric water heater. And it also helps create and remove, well, basically obnoxious smells. A lot of it would be kind of smells like an egg, sulfur type of smell. So if you do have that on your water heater, that's what you're going to want to change. So this is an anode. Can't really see the label on here, but it says anode, and each one is specific to your water heater. Depending on your brand, you're going to have your nomenclature down there, which tells you exactly the size, the make, the serial, and you're going to have to find a plumbing supply house in order to obtain that. So what I have is an 1.16" socket, and that's going to go down on here, and I'm going to put you on a tripod, and I'm going to take this baby out, and I'm going to show you the difference, because I've been getting smells even though my water heater is new. My jurisdiction of water just stinks. So here we go. Okay, now if you don't have power tools, it's going to be a little bit more difficult on you to get that. I can tell you right now, these things are pretty tight inside of your water heater. So some make it a little bit more easily accessible, others do not. This one is not the easiest. I need to grab a needle nose. Be right back. Again, it's highly recommended that you change out your water in your water heater once a year. It's good for maintenance due to the minerals and calcium that will build up on your elements. Wow, yeah, that's a lot dirtier than I expected already. Wow. So this is a dirty anode rod. And if you were to smell it, see it, it's covered in minerals, deposits, different kinds of things that come out of the water. So this is the new anode rod. And as you can see, there's a difference. Boom, 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 difference. So this one might be a little bit long, but we'll see. If you need to cut it down, you can. There's no harm, no foul in that. So again, no, this will be much better. Again, you have to tape and dope it. Again, if you want to do this yourself, great. I'd recommend that you call a plumber to do it. This new anode rod goes down. The biggest thing you want to avoid is cross-threading those threads. If you cross-thread them, you're going to be getting a new water heater, because you can't retap and dye those. Again, that's why you should let a professional do it. Not that you can't, I'm just letting you know, best practice. And I'm just starting it here with the needle nose, because then that way I know if it's cross-threading, because I won't be able to get any spin out of it. Best thing to do too is back it off all the way. Go backwards, you can actually feel the threads catch where it needs to be. Again, I recommend you call a plumber for this. If you have stinky water on your hot side, I was getting that in one of our bathrooms. I drained it. Another thing you wanted flushing, you would want to turn this, keep your hose on. Turn this on slightly. You don't want to jam your, put it on full throttle. And then what that's going to do is flush water down into your system and flush it out of your drain hose. That's always a great way to flush it. I'll do that 3 or 4 times, and that's how you change out an anode rod. Wanted to note, fill it up, check for leaks. You're going to want to turn on your hot side of your water to purge out all the air, and that's it. Later.